everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jack Edwards and today I'm joined by a very special guest. It's only Eve Cornwell.
It's me, I'm here.
It's unbelievable. So as part of my Jack to School series, I wanted to talk about all of the essential things that you need when you're going to university, because I know that a lot of you who watch this channel are going to be freshers in September and October. So I want to talk about what the hell you need to pack.
What the hell do we need to pack, guys?
So I've actually made a list, and I'm going to make this list free for you to download, so I'll leave it in the crotch box down below. By the way, I call it the crotch box because, like, you don't see this part of our bodies. It was kind of a thing that I started and now I can't stop saying.
I love that you're having to explain this.
All of my jokes I need explaining because they're so bad. So firstly, I wanted to talk about a few things that everyone forgets. They're like essential non-essentials.
Okay,
if
got
that
it.
makes sense. Okay, so firstly, extension leads. You get an extension lead, you can like hook it around your bed,
swing it around your head.
Don't stick your finger in it or else you will be dead. Next up, playing cards. Every uni flat needs playing cards, whether you're playing them sober or
a little bit crunk.
Also, good conversation starter in Freshers Week. You can immediately win someone over by providing the goods.
Be the legend who's just like gets out your like array of cards.
Next up is a doorstop. Doorstops are so useful. Like in Freshers Week, it's so good to just keep your door propped open.
Yeah.
People can come in and chat to you. You know, you can't start a conversation with a closed door.
You can't start a conversation with a closed door. I bet people are so glad they clicked on this video. When you go to, okay, we were talking about this in the video on my channel.
Which are,
shameless plug.
Yeah.
But when you do your big IKEA shop, which is like a huge necessity in your first year, it's like a rite of passage, I'd say.
Yeah.
To just have a huge trolley with loads of unnecessary
Chuck the
items.
cheese grater in.
the potato peeler.
The potato peeler.
Doorstops from IKEA are like £1. Throw a few in, offer them out. I took 3 with me to uni.
Oh.
I'm extra.
Also, in terms of essentials for your door, very random, but a hook, an over the door hook is really, really useful because uni dorms do not have enough storage, and it's really good to just put your coat on the hook. Also, Tupperware. Now, we were both in catered accommodation for our first year of uni, but
because we refused to grow up.
Because I just wanted to be babied forever.
Forever.
I basically just got excited, and when I went to IKEA, I bought a 17 pack of Tupperware. I have Tupperware in every shape and size, like, for no reason at all. It
I
did come in
wonder why
handy.
you brought that Tupperware with you.
I bring it everywhere I go. But the Tupperware actually came in handy later on for storage purposes. If you have loose change, use one of your Tupperware boxes to just shove all your loose change in. That can be your club entry money, your bus fare. One of my friends always had like a bowl of sweets in her room, which was quite nice. Felt a bit like a hotel or a spa.
Or a spa,
I never got a massage though.
Also,
I stored like pins for my notice board, which again is really useful to have. Paper clips.
We love a queen that collects pins. And do you know what's not fun? Putting your hand in a drawer and getting pricked by a pin.
Relatable, just girly things. So I wanted to quickly talk about the kitchen.
I actually have some really good advice here, which is rare. Pre-organise with everyone who you're living with who's bringing what.
That's such a good shout.
Because everyone... Thing is, people when they move into their first house in second year or third year love to be like, well, I'm moving into my own house now, I need to buy myself like a new pot. Everyone brings 4 pots and then you don't have cupboards for them. I've realised there are 2 types of student houses you can have. You can have like student houses where everyone shares everything, so there's just like a huge cutlery drawer with everyone's stuff in, or everyone has like their own cupboard and has everything of their own separately. I'd say 90% of all the arguments we ever had in our house was to do with like cleanliness and
washing up and stuff.
My mugs were off, you know, no one was allowed to touch them. They were off limits.
Bring a nice mug that is like your mug, and maybe like even keep it in your room so that's like your...
Oh yeah.
Because I brought mugs from home. I don't know, they just remind you of home. And
I had a Barack Obama mug.
Okay.
Tea towels.
Shudder.
So tea towels are like the most communal thing you'll find in a kitchen because everyone has to use it.
The tea towels get disgusting. They're so grotty by the end of like 2 weeks, let alone the end of a term. So I would say update your tea towels regularly. They're not that expensive.
This is really true.
One other thing that's really useful in terms of washing up is to have a washing up like stick dispenser thing.
Ooh.
Exciting. As you scrub, it like dispenses the washing up liquid. You use way less washing up liquid because I don't know about you, but I'm like, the more washing up liquid, the cleaner this will be.
It's science.
This little dispenser just like keeps me grounded.
Yeah.
This is adulthood. And it's
welcome.
Really sad. You will need glasses, and I don't mean spectacles. I mean drinking glasses.
I need both.
Oh, we both need
both. We can't see.
But also of the shot glass variety, they're really, you know, you get like disposable ones. Let's get wild. Command strips, very, very useful for sticking things to your wall. You can stick one side to the poster and then one side to the wall, and they kind of just like slot together. When you finish with it, you just pull it off the wall and slowly, and then when you're done with it, you just do that and shit. Leaves no mark on the wall at all, just comes off like it was never there.
I feel like you could find a niche on YouTube where you just set up a channel where you're just peeling command strips off.
Shit.
We've got to the exciting part of the video, guys.
Blue tack!
Blue tack!
Bring blue tack. Also, if you have blue tack, you will be everyone's mate. Next up, bedding. I don't know about you, I had like 2 or 3 sets of bedding so that I could always like refresh it and then wash them as a group. So I'd wash like 3 sets of bedding all at once. Washing your clothes at uni is expensive. Honestly, if I was mugged, I would be like, take my circuit laundry card. It's worth more than my debit card. If you only have your sheets or your towels, like that, it's not really worth it. So I actually found it was more useful to have like 2 sets of towels and then I just wash them all together.
I was really stingy and I was like, I'm only paying for 1 wash. Everything was in.
Speaking of washing clothes and stuff like that, laundry baskets, you will need a laundry basket. And one that I had was so useful because you could separate. It had 2 baskets, one for lights and one for darks, and they had like handles so you could like lift them. Because you will also need a laundry bag. And now, one thing that's really important to remember is that you will have to transport that basket of laundry to the washers. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Wow,
Not
can you believe it?
That one!
That one! This one is from Argos and it has like 2 separate like bags. I would highly recommend this exact laundry basket.
It kind of looks like you're pointing at me.
Check what is included in your house. Like we had a kettle, an iron, an ironing board, a microwave and stuff all included. And some people brought kettles and stuff, which then just, there was no need for them.
I will be honest, I didn't do any ironing.
I didn't touch the iron in the whole of the first year.
So I would actually, controversial argument, well it's clearly not controversial if we both do it, but I would say don't bother getting an iron.
One other really useful storage option I had was, so when I went to uni, we bought these like big clear storage boxes which we just used to transport all of my stuff to uni. I then put them under my bed and you can store like, in the summer you can store your jumpers in there and stuff just to get it out of the way. The boxes that you take up with you to uni to help move your stuff in, keep them there. Because you will eventually need to get the stuff away from uni again. But also like sometimes over the year it's nice to be able to just store things and put them away. Another thing to pack, which is an essential, non-essential, is fancy dress. If you have any fancy dress that you've accumulated at home, bring it to uni, you will get so much use out of it.
Yeah, you will. There are so many bar crawls that are themed and you're like, I don't have a Shrek outfit. Well, yes you do, because you brought it with you.
University is the only place where you can walk down the street, you will see 3 people in tuxedos, the next person will be dressed as a crayon, there'll be 3 ducks, you know, like a farmer chasing them down the street, like there will be all sorts. People will be dressed so weirdly and you will not bat an eyelid.
No.
If you can't beat them, Join them.
That was great synchronization.
I think we've really nailed this collab. Another thing that your university will not provide is hangers. So you will need to bring hangers to store things in. You can buy them in like really huge packs from like supermarkets and stuff.
For hangers, I really recommend, or like bits like hangers or like hooks or things like that, go to Wilko's.
Yeah, Wilko is so good for that kind of thing. Or
really good and really cheap.
Anywhere that's cheap. Because realistically, no one is going to be making a judgment on you based on the quality of your hangers.
Oh no, definitely not.
In terms of storage, baskets and stuff are really useful. I had just had a couple of baskets. I got some from H&M Home and I had a little wooden one and stuff just to put miscellaneous things in. Also, I had a basket just full of like toiletries because usually you can buy toiletries in kind of an offer. They'll be like 3 for 2 or that kind of thing. So buy, especially when your parents are buying it. Bulk buy all of your like shampoo, your body wash, things that you know you're going to need. Toothpaste, those things will be immediately cheaper if you buy them in kind of bulk.
Yeah, I have a recommendation here as well. In first year, you're probably going to be, unless you are like, did you have an ensuite?
No, I did not.
Neither did I. And so you share like a pretty communal bathroom. I mean like very communal bathroom.
Very communal.
And what I found super helpful is like a shower caddy. I found it so helpful to have like a little like holder, which it had 2 sides to it. And on one side I put like all my shower, my face wash, and on the other stuff I had like all my like body cream,
really
razors. Yeah, it was great.
Also for communal bathrooms, flip-flops are a good idea, especially to start with before you kind of really know the people and you know like what they're like. By the end I didn't care. Other things in terms of like footwear, this is one thing I didn't think of, but like slippers, just for walking around your house. I thought you were just gonna kick me in the face there. So it's quite nice to have like slippers and like a dressing gown, things that are cozy. Clubbing shoes are also so important.
They are.
University nightclubs are disgusting.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I just took a really old pair of trainers and they got ripped like pretty much immediately, but they just became my clubbing trainers.
Because you partied too hard.
That was it.
Also,
you're welcome.
I will recommend, if you don't have any shoes already that you're kind of like, I'd probably be ready to get them ruined. In Bristol in particular, it might be the same in Durham, there were loads of really good charity shops. They had some really good like second-hand pairs of trainers that were really, really good.
That's really interesting you said that, because I was going to talk about things that you can buy once you get to university. I don't know about you, but at our student union they had like a poster sale on one of the days of Freshers Week. They had a houseplant sale outside the library. Houseplants and posters, buy them when you get there.
Yeah, I love
and they'll be
houseplants.
so much cheaper.
I love plants. I killed a lot of plants in my first year.
Yeah, I couldn't look after any of them, but they were nice to look at for a while.
One fell out from my window.
Yeah.
Can we just take a second? Can I just get some.
It's alright. Take your time. One thing that you should buy before you get there is a really good student planner. My whole life was in that student planner. Color code it. I literally had like a key at the beginning that had all my highlighted notes. Like this color is for lectures. This color is for tutorials. This color is for societies and stuff.
What I do, which I also really recommend, is that I use like a calendar online. So if you have like a Gmail account for your email, Gmail comes with a calendar, and I literally planned everything in my calendar so that when the university sends you like your lecture timetable, you can actually download that straight into your Google Calendar. And then I had it on my phone. Like I'd wake up in the morning and be like, oh, I'm late again.
I don't know about you, but I had a whiteboard in my room.
Yes!
Yeah, that's really useful, because just for making like really quick to-do lists that you can just scrub off as you go, little reminders for yourself that are right where you'll see them.
I studied law, and like a lot of my content was based on memorization, especially close to exams, in terms of like learning case names and stuff, writing it out on a whiteboard.
So useful. Spare batteries, very, very important. Buy those before you get there. A big pack, because you will inevitably need a battery at some point, whether that's for like a wireless mouse, for fairy lights, anything like that.
Everyone needs batteries.
Batteries are one of those things that I just always relied on my parents to have.
Why doesn't this drawer just have batteries in it?
Why is the messy drawer? There's always a battery somewhere.
There should be a battery here.
Yeah.
There isn't.
One thing that will make you friends is having a bottle opener. I had one on my keys.
Look for them at Freshers Fair.
Another thing that I didn't think about, had to buy halfway through, air fresheners. Oh my god, those little tiny uni dorms smell quickly. Febreze, just give that a quick whiz. That's basically cleaning, right? Other things to include: an alarm clock, hole punch, stapler, highlighters, coloured pens, pens, normal coloured pens, earplugs. People will be noisy, the walls will be thin.
And that's all we need to say about that.
Did you have a printer?
I didn't have a printer because I found that the ink cartridges themselves were like more expensive than just going to. And also, like Bristol were quite good. They gave us money to print.
Oh, okay, we didn't get that. So find that out beforehand, and then decide whether you need to buy a printer or not.
Yeah.
Another one that's really important for like general admin is to scan your important documents. Times came up where I needed my passport, my national insurance number, and I didn't have that information to hand. So my parents had to like scan them and email them to me. So if you just have those already, you're sorted for any problem.
One thing I thought I needed when I first got to uni, I was like, the only way they're gonna like let me in through the gate is if I print off my email that says I'm accepted from UCAS.
From UCAS.
And bring it with me.
You can't possibly dispute this.
And I literally took it like everywhere with me, because I was like, I'm gonna need this. To,
even to your graduation.
Prove that I'm actually okay to study here.
Yeah. And on that note, I think we're done. Thank you so much for being on my channel. I really appreciate it.
I'm honoured to be here.
Thank you for tolerating me.
I can't believe you've allowed me to be here. And I'm hoping that everyone that's watching, if you're going to university, that you have like the best first term
you will love
ever.
It.
Yeah, you will love it.
Head over to Eve's channel as well, where she makes lots of university videos. She has a degree.
I have a degree! What?
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I make new videos at some times. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!